The NFL playoffs are here, and this matchup on Wild Card Weekend is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Vikings and the Rams on Monday night.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League takes us to Southern California as we've got playoff football ahead in the City of Angels. Tonight, it's the Monday conclusion to what's been an amazing Super Wild Card weekend, as it'll be the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Los Angeles Rams. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the postseason on EA Sports. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, that's really all I need to say to get you fired up. What a weekend it's been already. One more to get through on this Monday night, and we are underway here in the wild card round. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. They'll be led out by a Southern California kid. Played his college ball in L.A. at USC. At quarterback, it's Sam Darnold. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Slot man moves right. He'll get it here on the jet sweep. Oh, this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. They work now on 2nd and 9. Darnold. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 21 yards. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. A shotgun snap for Darnold. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Throwing on 2nd and long. Darnold, right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. And the play goes nowhere, losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39.
And we constantly talk about people being on the same page. In this situation, the two of them saw the play with the same eyes. They understood where the open spaces were going to be, and they found a way to get there to pick up a new set of downs.
A gain of 4, not enough, and it looks like punt time on their opening drive as it's 4th down. And here's Ryan Wright now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. A first run now for Kyron Williams. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Off of play action. Here's Stafford. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is, because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
So now Stafford and the Rams, after the sack, they're staring up at a 3rd and long. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's got a man, complete. Still going inside the 20. Touchdown, Allen. Tutu Atwell, 88 yards. And the Rams will strike first here in this wild card matchup. They said that they wanted to get him involved early, and what a way to cap their opening drive, Charles. We know he's one of the fastest receivers in the NFL, and he showcased it on that play.
And when you have a guy like that, you want to make sure the defense sees him early, right? You want to see how they're going to adjust, how they're going to try and guard him, because they can't replicate his speed in practice unless they've got one of the few guys who are as fast as he is. And all it took was one drive. He burned them, and I don't think it's the last time they call his number in this one.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. And the Vikings now heading onto the field. They bring the 5 seed into the playoffs. Of course, they're one of the wild card teams. And when you're a wild card team, it makes it a little bit tougher. You have to win the extra game. But there's been a precedent set of teams doing that successfully in the past.
And it's usually teams that have aspects that really jump out at you and are really factors in the playoffs. I mean, Pittsburgh, they rode a heavy run game with Jerome Bettis when they won in 2005. And then don't forget the Giants in 2007, that season, pass rush. Remember how big that was for them during the playoffs. And for Green Bay, it was the quarterback play of Aaron Rodgers. So to me, it's a matter of what's going to affect the game in a big way. Can that aspect of your team really make those plays? A lot of times it's pass rush and quarterback play.
So, Charles, this a defense that hasn't made a lot of mistakes like this on the road to this playoff matchup, but that a bad one there.
Yeah, you definitely want to rattle and shake up the other quarterback, but you know you've got to do it the right way. Otherwise, that clock's going to be on the ground.
Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. So roughing the passer here, even though said passer wasn't a quarterback.
And this is a call, partner, I think you might see once a decade or so, but the officials know the rules better than anyone.
They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. And the Rams are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
So the Rams coming back onto the field, their second drive of the game. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. So good field position for the Rams as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. They begin the drive with Williams. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. 2nd and 7.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry. I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot. Because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. But he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there. You might have a smaller back. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. And out now come the Vikings. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold finds his man. There's Jordan Addison. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. They'll run on 1st down with Akers. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
Give him 5 yards there, and it'll bring up second down. Now Darnold. Going underneath, he's got Hockenson. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. A give running right is Akers. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Now a handoff to Chandler. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
But obviously they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead now, they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. Open man, that's Monk, the tight end. Only able to gain a couple there. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Darnold from the gun. And that is incomplete. And the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD, and it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far, finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
L.A. readies for its next possession. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. Will go down as a gain of 6, and that will bring up 2nd down. Now it's Stafford. He gets this into the hands of Kupp once again. And Kupp going to pick up a Rams 1st down as he'll get this up to the 45-yard line. Here's Stafford. He'll find a man over the middle, Tutu Atwell. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and a couple. They'll fake it. Now Stafford. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Jonathan Grenard from that outside linebacker spot gets in there. It's a loss of 9.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. So now Stafford and the Rams, after the sack, they're staring up at a 3rd and long. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. Stafford. He's got Cooper Kupp on the slam. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Ball on the 35. Here comes 2nd and 5. A shotgun snap for Stafford. That's caught. Puka Nacua. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 25-yard line. And now we're going to get a stoppage as, yeah, that looks like Jackson who's shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Back to throw. Stafford. Over the middle and complete to the tight end, Higbee. Well, hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Here now, 2nd and 4. Here's Stafford. He'll drop this down to Williams. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Stafford looks to throw again. That'll be caught by Kupp. 2 yards on the pickup there, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Stafford. And he will find his man on the outside. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. The Rams on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the Rams are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
He kept it in his hands and tried to push it across the goal line himself, but the defensive front wouldn't allow him to do so, bringing up 2nd down and a bit farther.
Williams will score. Touchdown, L.A.
Sometimes offensive can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So that one a 13-play drive in total. And it was capped off by the Kyren Williams touchdown run. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line. Now it's Darnold. This is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain there of 30 big ones.
So often when we're watching a football game, we see one with a lot of ebbs and flows, and this one is no different. And sometimes you just need a big play to wake you up a bit. And they get one right there. That shot of caffeine this offense was looking for.
Here's Chandler. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard. They run it with Chandler. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. So a decent gain there on the play, but that all gets wiped out with a penalty.
Well, that's a setback, but all the good play callers, they just move on. They find something else in the playbook that can attack this defense, and they go right back on the offensive on this play.
Completes it to the fullback, Ham. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a first down. Here's Darnold. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Powell. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. Now a first carry for their fullback. Cameron Curl with the tackle that time.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defense coordinator. Body after body getting to him before he can get started.
Once more, it's the fullback, Ham. He's down inside the 10 to the 8, and it comes on a gain of 8.
They've definitely established a rhythm on this drive, moving the ball quite well. And big man with football is an integral part of the whole thing.
And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. Now the extra point. And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it was all capped off by Justin Jefferson's touchdown reception. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. So the hold on special teams backs him up all the way inside the 15 to start. On the counter, here's Williams. Byron Murphy there on the tackle.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Williams going to get it again on second down. And he'll take this one up to about the 23. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Play action. Stafford. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And a timeout here. Timeout taken, whistles blown. Timeout taken by the receiving team. So as they talk it over, we step aside. And taken right on the 30. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. Sam Darnold leading the offense out for their next possession. And he had the touchdown on the last drive, also 4 for 4. Very, very effective. What does he need to do to translate that forward into this drive?
Not think that what he saw in coverages last time is exactly what he's going to get again. He's got to play ahead and start thinking to himself, okay, we just did that. What are they going to take away now? What do we go to as a counter? And continue to encourage his offensive line to continue to give him time.
They were really good on the last drive. Back to throw, Darnold. Going underneath, he's got Hockenson. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's a 2nd down and 4. A give to the fullback on the dive. And he's going to be met at about the 43. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. And again, they'll go right back to their fullback. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
And how about that on 3rd down? So many different directions an offense can go. Throw it out wide to the receivers, get it to their speedy running back. They changed up everything and handed it to the fullback, and he surprised them all and picked up a 1st down.
Throw out wide is incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
That's to the left side where he's got Naylor. And he's going to get this inside the 30. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a 1st down. They've gone to their fullback quite a bit. He'll get it again. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. On the give, this is their fullback. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. Temporarily out of field goal range now as they come up on a 2nd and long after the holding call. Darnold. And that went to the right side and incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
The Rams offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
To throw is Stafford. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. That is caught. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down because they did not want to give the ball up here late in the half. They'd love to take the clock all the way down and score. This will definitely help the cause.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Again, it's Stafford. That's caught. It's DeMarcus Robinson. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Stafford now to throw. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Now Stafford. Open man right side is Cup, complete. And they will advance this across midfield, but still well shy of a first as he's tackled at the 47.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. And he'll work this back to right around the line of scrimmage and surrender there. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, once again, thank you. What a 3 days it has been. Just one more half of football remains on this Monday night in Super Wildcard Weekend. We saw a fine performance in that first half from the running back, Kyren Williams. He wound up finding the end zone on a touchdown run to help give his guys the advantage here at the break. We were certainly treated to an entertaining first half. Both these teams with some low points as well. So it's going to be a question of who can be the most disciplined team going forward.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Rams offense ready to begin quarter number 3. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
Throwing is Stafford. Going to be taken in here by Nakua. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
Well, every now and then I can speak from experience because I do know as a defender, it is awfully hard to stay with your man on these crossing routes because even if you don't get picked, there's a danger of being picked either by one of their receivers or maybe by your own defender. And on that play, that worked quite well.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. And they'll come up 2nd and 7. Off of play action. Here's Stafford. To the right side and complete to Atwell. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Following the penalty, it's Williams. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. Stafford. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Here comes the Rams punter now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half.
And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half. You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll try and run for it with Jones.
And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47.
10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Here's Darnold.
Over the middle and complete to Addison.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Well, they had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
Now a first down carry by Jones. Down right around the 25. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Again, it's Jones. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
Like any team playing, they're looking for touchdowns to try and help their cause. But in this case, he does get them a little closer at least if they think a field goal turns out to be the better call here.
And this one is right through. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And right now, these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Here's a 2nd and 9 now from the 29.
Now it's Stafford off the bootleg.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked by Cameron Bynum.
And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
Well, certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were in nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
And now a fake on the jet sweep and a give to Jones.
And down to the 36-yard line here. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And his throw is incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
From the gun on third down, here's Darnold. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And here's Jones again on second down. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Well, now after all of this, hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They'll run with a fullback Ham. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Darnold now to throw. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. A great effort there with his second touchdown of the night. And the Vikings have taken the lead here in this third quarter.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His second touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. They're going to throw for the 2 with Darnold. And this will be caught as they convert here for 2. So they go with a pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational, and you have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. L.A. set to take over again on offense. And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football. The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. They'll find a man over the middle, Tutu Atwell. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. From the 43, here's 2nd and a yard. Now it's Stafford. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And he will force his way forward for a yard or 2, but I have a good feeling this will be coming back. So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
It'll be a gain of 5, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Going up top for Kupp. And this is taken in at the 5. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's how you put field position. What a play right there. That nearly went the distance. Credit this defense for not giving up. They get him down just short of the goal line, but the damage is done. It's going to be 1st and goal from an ideal position.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Stafford. And he's got it. That's Cup for a Ram touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Rams are an extra point away from drawing level. And the touchdown all set up by the big play one snap before, but they finish it off here with a shorter completion, this time for... And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs. And I think they're going to at least take a look at this. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 21. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Justin Jefferson and the rest of this offense, they've got their helmets back on, and they're ready for this next series. 2 touchdowns to his credit so far. Charles, I'm curious, do these wide receivers, what do they go in with each week? Is it different week to week for the goals that they personally set for themselves, do you think?
I doubt that it's different from week to week. Maybe because of game plan, they know that one guy might be featured more than the other. But all in all, these guys are looking for 100 or more yards in receiving. But the biggest thing, getting into the end zone. And how about him? He's gotten there twice in this game.
He has indeed. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 18 there and give the Vikings a 1st down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the 1st down on that run.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. Darnold from the gun. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Now it's Darnold. Flush to his right. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
I am willing to bet that he got a monster grin on his face when he saw what was happening. Man coverage was so committed to denying a big throw that it pulled attention away from him, and he had an easy lane to hit, and hit it he did.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. 2nd down and 4. They'll run inside with a fullback hand. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. 1 quarter remains in this NFC WILDCARD matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in the offense on 3rd down tonight. 5 out of 9 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. There's Hawkinson in the end zone. Touchdown Vikings. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Vikings answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. So, Charles, this game feels like it has been punch, counter-punch all throughout, and that touchdown breaks our tie here in the fourth quarter.
You're making me want to get back in the gym and start training again. You talk about those punches and counter punches. I also think this is where you and I start thinking to ourselves, who's going to make the play to change that, right? Who's going to get out of this little cycle that they're in right now and make a play and give their team a firm advantage?
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. The Rams offense and Matthew Stafford set to take over once again. And we'll take you through some of the highlights here. You'll notice he had a hand in a lot of them so far. He's got this offense rolling right now. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. They trail by a touchdown here in the fourth quarter. Their season, to be frank, it's on the line right now in this wild card matchup. And obviously points are a must here as they begin 1st and 10. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Stafford. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. He'll take this to the 46.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Here is 3rd down and 4. Now Stafford. He's got his target. That's complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 29-yard line. The drive stays intact with a pickup of 13. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Williams. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Now a 2nd and 10. To throw is Stafford. Pass complete there to Nakua. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Here's Stafford. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Stafford. This is caught, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Tyler Higbee. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Rams are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Point after try forthcoming. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told.
Both these teams fighting for their playoff lives. All tied, fourth quarter, as the kick is away here. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Minnesota's offense takes over possession.
When you talk to these guys in training camp, these are the moments they say they live for. You're in a playoff game. It's tied, fourth quarter. Time for somebody to step up.
And can you execute under pressure? Because the pressure is intense right now. No one wants to be responsible for making the error that costs their team. But at the same time, who's going to be responsible for making the play that gives the advantage to your team? Who's going to break out? Just what you said.
Here's Ham, the fullback. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Here's Darnold.
That's over the middle. He finds Naylor. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Inside give to Ham, the fullback.
And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32.
12 yards there. 1st down, Vikings. And now a carry here for their fullback. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Now that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him.
And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They'll try and run with their fullback. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. C.J. Ham. An 8-yard touchdown run.
And the Vikings have broken our tie and have taken a fourth-quarter lead.
Well, it was 2nd and goal. You're in there close. That's the fullback's comfort zone.
Not only is it his comfort zone, it's an expectation. That's what he's supposed to do. Turn and hand it to him. Big guys fire out. Find your way into the end zone.
Extra point right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead. So this drive spans 7 plays. And the capper that put it in the end zone, a run of 8 yards. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out.
If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the 4th as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10.
Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play.
The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap for Stafford.
That is incomplete.
Some coaches like to take the shorter, more reliable yardage, and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear in risking a deep ball there, but it wasn't enough to get them the completion.
From the gun, here's Stafford. That is caught, and he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You've got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route, and they just executed that one pretty well.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Schrader, and a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. 2nd and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain? Or did they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
Finding room at midfield. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. And the quick slant gets exactly 10, and by the nose of the football, they've got a first down. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive could take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
In motion goes the tight end. Stafford now to throw. Gets this into the hands of the tight end, Higbee. And that's good for a gain of 6, and now it's 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd down, Schrader. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. A great play there. 40 yards.
And the Rams are an extra point away from evening this one up.
We see this a lot on 3rd and short yardage, especially down here in the red zone. They're going to sell out to stop the run, try and hold them to a field goal. But once the running back gets past the first wave, the resistance can evaporate after that. And he not only picks up the first, but he takes it all the way into the end zone.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th.
Both these teams fighting for their playoff lives. All tied, 4th quarter as the kick is away here. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
And now out comes Minnesota.
And it's all on the line now, all even in this wild card matchup. Maybe their most important drive of the season coming up right now here, 1st and 10.
And they'll run it here. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And there's the pickup you want on 1st down. All offenses say, you get me 4 on 1st down, we'll take it. How about if you get 5? They'll really be happy.
They'll give this to Akers running right.
2 straight runs of 5 yards, 1st and 10.
Well, you know they had a 3rd down play on standby just in case, but he says no need with that carry. Runs like that will continually earn him more work in this and future contests.
And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43.
And that's a nice gain by him on 1st down, picking up some key yardage.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a score to break this tie.
Darnold to throw. That one complete to Naylor.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
Now Darnold. Slant route, and he's got Addison. Now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Now 2nd and 4. Here's Darnold. He's got his tight end over the middle, T.J. Hockenson. And Hockenson going to have the Vikings first down as he'll get this down to the 35-yard line. Darnold.
Completes it to the fullback, Ham. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining.
Here's second down.
The give to the fullback on the dive. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Once more, it's the fullback, Ham. The Rams going to be forced to use their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And this one is right down the middle. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
So now Stafford and the Rams down by a field goal, 53 ticks to go. Their sold-out crowd is behind them. They need at least a field goal to tie as they've got it 1st and 10. Stafford.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. Now Stafford. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here.
Stafford now to throw.
And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
Well, this is getting close to a no-win situation now. They've got one final shot. They're on their end of the field, and it's 4th and long. This might require a little extra razzle-dazzle to get it done.
Desperation time for Stafford on 4th down. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and as a result, their playoff run may end right here. They go down to a knee, and that will do it. They are moving on here in the playoffs. And a disappointing way to close out the season. You got into the playoffs but couldn't really make any noise.
Still a good season. Some might call it a great season when they get away from it a little bit, but they also will all look at their own errors, their own mistakes, and wonder how they could have played a little bit better. So if they get in this position again, they'll be ready to win.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from Los Angeles.